This is El Proyecto Lo Nexto. My next little project. Clean this sucker up. Get the rust off of it. Clean it up. Fix it up like new. And then we'll probably mount it to this table. I just don't know where. Probably right there where the darn radio is. That big old antenna. That's my Moxon Vise right there. This is next. Okay, I finally got it taken apart. These little grip plates right here got a bolt. That's the only bolt I was able to salvage. Goes in here, and here, and there on this one. Right there, and right there. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but anyway, this bolt holds these little grip plates and screws into there. Well, I was only able to get one of them out. I had to drill the rest of them out, the other three. That's why it took me so long to get it done. But I'm going to clean the grease off of it, and then I'm going to stick it in the electrolysis bucket. We're going to get the rust off of it, clean it up, paint it, look just like a new one. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. Well, there's a big surprise. After I've done cleaned all the grease off of it, well, not all the grease and oil off of it, it's red. I had no idea what color it was. It was brown grease color before I started getting all the grease off of it. I want to get the grease off of it before I put it in the electrolysis bucket to get the rust off. Then I'll really polish it up pretty good there. But I need to try to get all the grease off. And once you get all the grease off, you notice that it's red. It's a red Vise. It's a Craftsman, so that makes sense. So I'm gonna keep on cleaning the grease off of it as much as I can before I stick it in there. Okay, that's cleaned up. It's got all the oil and grease and stuff out of it. That's after. I guess I should have showed you before, but now it's after. So I'm showing you the after. And that's the before. That's before the after, but after the before. No, that's before the after and after. Before the after. After the before. There you go. I think. I ain't even gonna say what that looks like. They're finna be gone, I know that. We're gonna have to work to get this pitting out of here, but I think we can do it. I may have to get some metal filler to fill in some of these, because you can tell that it's been used. These are cutting disc gouges is what these are. It's had something in there in the vise, and you're sitting there cutting it with a cutting disc. You can tell by these lines right here that it was used to that the cutting disc slipped off of whatever he was cutting. And this was my father-in-law's, by the way. And I rescued it from his shop, and I'm trying to renovate it. I got the rust off for the most part. I may have to do a little bit more scrubbing, but I want to try to get this as smooth as possible, especially the anvil plate here and the anvil horn. I may leave it like a cast here, but it's got quite a bit of weld splatter on it, and that I definitely want to get off. But the anvil plate here, I think I can get, you know, the pitting out of this part. This part right here is going to be kind of tricky because I don't want to take too much away from it. And some of these pits are pretty deep, but we'll keep on filing away at it and see if we can't get it down presentable anyway. I'll be getting there. Getting this smooth on out. Oh, yeah. You put an egg right there and slide right on off. So I'm going to leave this probably bare and paint the rest of it. See how that does. Well, for the most part, it looks like I got the sandpaper out. This is pretty smooth now. You can still tell where I guess where it's been used, and they used it with a side grinder, come in and gouged it out while you're trying to cut something up here. It's got some weld splatter and some pitting and everything like that, but we're gonna get that out of there. Right there, there's some pitting, and I still got some of that red paint to get off. Some pitting back here on the anvil point. See where I dug in a little bit with the sandpaper, but we're gonna try to get as much of that out as we can. I doubt I'll be able to get it all out, but at least it's a lot smoother. I can tell you that. But we're gonna try to get some of this out. Try to get some of that out. She's silver, buddy. She's cleaned up. I still got the other pieces of the vise to do, but this is the biggest piece right now, so we're going to work on it and let this be the gauge, get it as good as we can, and get the kind of let it be the gauge of how well we're going to do on the rest of them, because you don't want one section looking super duper then the rest of them looking, you know, half cocked there. But we're gonna keep on cleaning on it a little bit and see if we can't get some of these rough spots smoothed out. Right. Alright, I got it. Let's see how high. I even went up to 800 grit sandpaper on this thing because I'm going to paint it. The only thing I like about it is you can still see in between the letters here, you can still see the cast part of it, where the rest of it is smooth. You see you see it a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to paint it up though. I mean, this is not a piece of art or anything. I'm going to use it. You can tell the gouge marks where a side grinder's been in it and everything. So, but it's smooth. I mean, the smooth parts are smooth. The good parts are smooth. Like I said, you'll never get that out of there. Not without messing up the lettering too. And I want to kind of paint it and then paint the letters also, but a different color. So. Crap! Excuse me. But anyway, I got her down pretty smooth enough to paint where I think it'll be alright. Especially to use. Alright. Alright, y'all, we getting there. I got the two main pieces cleaned up pretty good. Just some of this gouging and stuff in here that I'm not really set up to fix. What you normally do is just where these gouges are, you fill it in with a weld. You run a welding rod through there and fill it in and then smooth it back out after that. Well, I don't have a welder, and I'm not really set up well for one, but it's something that I'm gonna use. I want it to look as nice as I can get it, and maybe I can get it, you know, once the primer and the paint gets on there to help fill in some of these gouges and stuff. But I got it cleaned up pretty good nevertheless. We got it sanded down and buffed out and sweet looking and everything. So I'll start on the other pieces.